Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons. Last episode we ended over there, now I'm over here. We're in Seashell Shore. This is the same play session as last time. I'm Tessellating Hexagons. This is Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon, Yiff on the dance floor, do whatever you will. We're heading to Sheila's section of Seashell Shore. I'm surprised I said that right the first time.
Oh, hi, Spyro. Some of my seal friends are trying to take down a Rhinoc fortress. I'm about to go and lend a foot. I love the smell of singed Rhinoc in the morning.
Lend a foot. So yeah, this is the thing that I spent ages agonizing over describing in the last episode. There are just sections of levels, and they are things unto themselves. I believe Sheila can swim. This looks like it's, well, Takeshi's castle on one hand, but also it looks like it's designed to be a death pit, and I don't think it is. Now, these things, you need to spank them with your feet. Only I could make that sound some kind of weird fetishy. I don't know, I think SuperAlex641 could do it worse. And here's Jared Leto. Except he's not a Jared Leto type, he's just a cute little green one that looks at you all funny like, yo, did you kill my womb? And by womb, I mean egg. We're into the 4 digits already. Thank you for releasing me. And other face noises. We can kick these piles of sand that explode for some reason. And then there's this hot mess. This is going to take several attempts.
Hi, Sheila. The Rhinocs have built a fortress on our beach, and we're gonna blow it to smithereens. We just need you to take out all the turrets for us. We're lighting the bomb now. Just make sure to stop all those turrets before the fuse runs out, okay?
This is on a time limit and it's fun, except it's very not. Now, I believe the only thing that matters here is the turrets and not the, the everything else. So, just don't bad and be good. Like, you don't need to worry about the blocks, I don't think. I could be wrong, I could be forced to eat crow, as I'm so fond of saying. How about you die as well? You can kind of combo, which helps. I recall this being difficult is the thing. Especially if I press the wrong button, that very doesn't help. Don't you spank me, sir. Don't try to ruin my day, I'll ruin my own damn day. Tumblr has the best advice sometimes. And spankety before it can spankety the me. You know, because this is on a Nintendo Wii. Oh, I did it first try. Huh, I remember that being very difficult. Like, I don't think I've ever had trouble with it, but I've seen other Let's Players, well, I've seen a Let's Player who's played this game who is a Spyro veteran struggle with this for 50 years, so... Huh.
Wow! I can't believe I survived that blast! It's a good thing I kept this egg nice and safe in my pocket.
Gentlemen, improbable alert! Molly. It reminds me of the Catalan word for wet. And that's as far as I'm taking that thought. So yeah, we've got all the eggs, we're done. You might also notice that the music changes to whichever animal buddy we're playing as well, in case that was a thing that you wondered about levels such as these. We could talk to some friends.
Our beach is your beach.
Okay. Slightly communist, but whatever.
Stay and get a tan if you like.
Girl! Sheila is Australian, though her accent would, could have fooled me. She doesn't need a tan. She comes from the place where you die if you stay outside for too long, for a number of reasons. Anyway, I'm going to head back through here, and I will meet you at the level exit portal, because we're done here! Now, the fact that I had so little trouble with that kind of worries me, because I'm painfully aware that my time management for this episode is going to be every flavour of wonky, unless I go and do Sunnyville now, because we have enough eggs to open that mysterious portal up there, and if we do that, then we'll have, like, it won't take the rest of this episode, so I suppose we should get cracking on Sunnyville, and for good reason. As I said, there's a Sheila section there as well, so fine, let's go and do the first level of the game, then. I don't hate Sunnyville, and I never have, and in fact, this is, like... In my practice session that I mentioned in the last episode, I practiced Molten Crater, and I practiced Sunny Villa. Well, I didn't practice all of Molten Crater, because as you could sort of infer, I forgot about the Egg Thieves and the Supercharge, but you know. Also, flame all those trees to get a skill point. These flowers have nothing to do with said skill point, it's just the trees. Oh, there's trees!
Oh my, can you help us? Hordes of ferocious Rhinocs have overrun our town and kidnapped the mayor!
Am I misseeing, or is the local population just a bunch of clean-shaven lions? Because I don't look good clean-shaven. Like, other people will argue that I do. but no, I don't like the babyface look on my own arse self. Now, here's a friend who's sort of running back and forth. He's not having a good time, because they're just like bleh. So, they go bleh to the locals, but they're scared of us. Friend, are you doing okay?
Let me catch my breath and I'll kick that other guy's butt.
You know what, just don't worry about it. I don't think you'll be able to, so, you're welcome, friend. You're welcome.
We show those two bullies. If they hadn't outnumbered me 2-1, I'd have finished them off ages ago.
Sure. Anyway, I love how the locals have, like, well, not Latin names necessarily, but, like, they're really sort of, they're really going with the kind of Roman aesthetic here, because they have Romanesque names. Not outright Roman, because I think the first one was called George or something, which, but, okay, separate thought. You see this pot that this tree is standing in? I could swear, and I could be wrong, because okay, it's probably because of the disc I was playing it on, because I mentioned before that I grew up with a UK, obviously, a PAL version of this game, and that was the non-greatest hits version. So there are a couple of glitches present in the game that aren't in this version. Zoe.
This Rhinoc is too big to charge. You'll have to flame him using the circle button.
You don't tell me what I can't charge. He's got chicken. I've completely lost my train of thought. Oh, yes. So, there were a couple of updates that were added to the game in the Greatest Hits re-release, which was like only it was a short, like it wasn't like several years later. It wasn't like a remake or anything. It was the same game with a couple of things patched. Like there's some notorious glitches which I will address as they become relevant. But one of them, I could swear, all the textures would disappear off these pots when the trees entered their burned state. Like they'd have a perfectly textured pot before flaming them, but after flaming them, the pots would just be plain orange, or like they'd be shaded according to the lighting, but that would be it. And I feel like that's something they will have fixed in the Greatest Hits re-release. There are other things too, and I will point them out as they come up. With reference to that, keep in mind what I was saying in the last episode about the quality of Sunrise Springs levels' musics. So many plurals as I am the king, queen, undergarment of such words. Now, I'm going this way, but I don't want to commit to going this way, because if we bugle off to the left there, that's where Sheila's place is. So we'll be coming back, but we just want to make this glide first. And for some reason, out of all the dragons in the game, there are two whose names that I actually just have committed to memory. There's one in the next homeworld called Modesty, and that one's just precious and adorable. And then there's this one, his name's Miles. And I could think of two reasons. Ta-da! One of them is, well, the obvious. Miles derives from the Latin word miles, which means soldier, and of course this place is based on Latin Rome. And the other reason is, it's Tails' real name from the Sonic franchise, and he's fucking adorable. I don't know, childhood hero, question mark. Which reminds me of when Cuphead was released, and I still haven't played it, and I intend to get it, maybe it's just not that high on my list of priorities, but Mugman is the first default player 2 since Tails that I've actually related to more than the player 1 protagonist. So that's something to keep in mind. Anyway, we have another Zoe right next to the first one if you go the short way around.
Hi, Spyro. Each time a fairy zaps you like this...
Oh, it's this tutorial. I wondered when this would come up.
That means your progress is saved. If you get into trouble, you'll return to the last place you got zapped.
Except I didn't wonder because I did the practice run, so I knew that was coming up here. I have a sudden craving for like some sort of really intense, like sugary lemon lime flavored drink that is sour. Like Sprite 7-Up, that won't cut it. It needs to be a bit more fructose than that. There's a giant chicken, by the way. And I could swear that I have some memory to do with this, and I don't know what it is. Either I have memories of that not always spawning, and I'm never being sure what the trigger is, or it's spawning, but the event attached to it not happening, so there'd just be this random giant chicken here. One of the two, and I don't remember which. I do love the subtle implications, though, like, there are these enemies with the chicken legs, and oh, he just beat up a giant chicken. You can die, by the way. And there's another friend that we have rescued. What is your name, sir?
Thanks for the help, but I think I would have worn him down in a minute.
Hey, Tessellating here. After recording this episode, I did a little bit of looking into what caused that chicken memory of mine, and this feels like a pertinent place to splice that in. As it turns out, if you kill every Rhinoc in the main Sunny Villa map, and then leave the map and reload it, so go into a challenge portal and back out, that makes the giant chicken spawn. And what I didn't know, and what I actually found out whilst trying this out to see if it was true or not, is there's actually an associated bit of bonus dialogue that I've never heard before, courtesy of Citizen Horace. So, yeah, just kill all the enemies in this room, so Sheila's section doesn't count, the bonus area we're about to go to also doesn't count towards this, just all in the main area, kill them all, and this giant chicken appears, and then you can talk to Horace, who acknowledges the existence of this chicken. So now you know.
Look, a chicken turned up. I hope it's not the only one left.
Horse. I don't know, I just feel like Americans would just miss out the A and then make it sound like horse. Speaking of horse garbage, another friend! I need to get out of that habit. And so, beat him and then shloop, that opens, and we have the mayor. Hello.
Thank you for rescuing my town. As mayor, I award you with one of our famous giant chicken eggs.
Coming up, the most hilarious joke in all of space and time. First of all, Sanders, Colonel Sanders, Kentucky Fried Chicken. That isn't the joke I'm referring to, but this is the first time you see the chicken dance if you play through the game in the correct order. So Colonel Sanders, KFC, and...
I'm sorry. That was the ugliest chicken I've ever seen.
It's funny because dragons haven't lived here for thousands of years. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Anyway, I think the boss is open now, so we could go and do that. Or we could finish Sunny Villa. That seems like a good idea because we're already most of the way there, and this didn't take as long as I thought. But we still have the Sheila section to do, so maybe never mind. Before we get to that, though, there's this over here, arguably the most notorious part of the game. And that's a skill point, because we flamed all of the trees as promised. This is the thing they thought was so important, they put it on the box art of the game in, I don't remember which region.
Hi, Spyro. I found this Gladiator training arena, and it makes a pretty cool skate park. Care for a test of your boarding skills?
Dude, totally gnarly skateboarding.
I bet you can't catch all 15 of the lizards running around here. Just come back if you want some boarding tips from the master.
This is automated, by the way. He just gets onto the thing automatically. Now, muscle memory, go. Okay, that's not the button I meant to press. Okay, muscle memory, you immediately failed me. So, blue ramps, you get to the top, you press the X button, you spin, and then come back down. They function like half pipes. If you press... Okay, the orange ramps, you just launch in a straight direction. Half pipes, you launch up and come back down. You come down the same slope you go up, basically. And you need to jump at the top of one of these ramps. Well, if they're up against a wall, you need to jump up the way you came down. Otherwise, you will fall off. If Spyro lands jankily, you will fall off. And in this case, the lizards will... By the way, do you recognize them? The gem-eating lizards from Glimmer? Because that's what these guys are. But yes, I just want to showcase you can fall off the skateboard. That is a thing of great shame. You must never do it. If you don't press A at the right time on a half pipe that doesn't have anything behind it, you'll just jump over it. And if it's up against a wall, you'll just collide with the wall if you don't jump. So take care, have a care, Havoc engine. Orange ones, they just straight up launch you, but if you jump at the right time, then you'll get some mad air. But yeah, if you get launched off a, well, technically any ramp, but I recommend the orange ones personally, and hold down the triangle button well, X and then triangle, then you do some mad aerial tricks, and that is thing that is important later. So as I was trying to do before, because I pressed the wrong button, because I got triangle and X mixed up despite my practice run, and we don't need to go back over here, do we? So I'll just jump around, jump up, and get further up, as one does. Also, just get good while you can with this mission, because we're gonna be here for a while. Not because it's especially difficult, it's just similar to the high-speed aqua fuck tunnel from the end of the last episode. They're kind of proud of this gimmick. It comes up a lot in this game, hence it being on the cover and everything, so they were so proud that they were able to program this into the game. Now, we need to take the over road, the under road, and just generally hang around here. I'm kind of going after the gems as my kind of priority here. Also, for the love of Jared Christmas, the New Zealandish comedian, don't fall off when you're up there because the lizards despawn. If you fall off and try to chase the lizards on foot, they will burrow underground, as they used to back in Glimmer. You fuckhead. I'm going to crash here deliberately just because the turning circle isn't tight enough to accommodate me getting that gem. I believe I've got everything up here. A lot of these ramps, not all of them, but a lot of them, are too steep for Spyro to climb up, so bear that in mind. And obviously just walk over one of these pads to get another skateboard. There we go. And we're done.
Hey, that was great! And while you were boarding, I found this in a lizard burrow.
Yum. What are you doing fisting I was gonna say laser burrows. That would be terrifying. Just this molehill appears in the ground, and then just the top opens up, and then pew, it's a laser.
All right, if you can catch all the lizards without wiping out, and before time runs out, I might be able to scrounge up another egg. It's not gonna be easy, though.
Hunter, we need those to save the universe, but okay.
Go get 'em, Spyro!
See, this is why I was saying you need to get good. You have a time limit, and if you wipe out, you have to start over. So, this is also the game that introduced me to the phrase start over, and I have memory associated with that I don't want to recall. So, just go after the lizards, don't fuck up, and everything's fine. And I could cut this out or speed it up or something, because it's the same mission as we saw before, but I want to prove to you that this can be done without any crazy editing magic, because I did this first try on my practice run. You know, my muscle memory has served me better than it did right at the start of this area, but you need to make sure you don't fuck up, so. Also, I kind of need to sweep the area for gems that I missed, and if I pick those up whilst I'm off screen, that would be a shameful most sin. A sin most shameful, if I can say my words in the correct order. I keep missing that fucker somehow. Okay, I pressed X, he did not jump. Fortunately, you have a ludicrously generous time limit, because this is the first level of the game, canonically. So, it's not that hard, but it is a bit tricky, especially for newcomers. So, there's only so much I can say without sounding like a broken disc, because this is the cool noughties. I believe this is, like, early new millennium. If not, then it'd be like 99, 98 maybe. It's either the early 2000s or the very late 90s anyway, hence totally radical skateboarding dudes. Hello, yes, I am real, man. You want to go skateboards? Now, I'm doing all of this. I have done this the least efficient way possible, simply because the indoor area is the easiest place to crash by far, so this will be fun. Just because there's these clotheslines, not clotheslines, clothes hanger, Winifred, them. I'm missing one somewhere, like I know we need to go up here. Oh, there's just one just in the general piazza. Because, you know, we're in Rome, and Rome is in Italy. Ha 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 ha, yum yum. Oh, I missed the noodle. Fortunately, we have an entire minute, as long as I don't run into anything. And it takes just a handful of seconds just to do a wraparound. Where has the lizard bagel even traversed to? There you are, you numpkin. Is numpkin a word, by the way? And he's fucked off again. Well, I could just keep doing laps until he respawns. Ain't no thang. We out here doing thang in China. It would suck if I fucked this up, though. I just used suck and fuck in the same sentence. What are you gonna do about it? Starting to run out of time now. Can you please respawn so that I can murder you? I want you to die. There we go. That was easy.
Whoa, that was sweet! And look, there was another egg in the lizard burrow.
Stop fisting the laser burrows, you might get burned. Also, hi, I'm Daisy. Now, there's something else you could do here as well that the game is even more proud of. I don't know... Yeah, Hunter's not about to explain. But if you jump on the board again, you can, like, do a session of just skateboarding and doing performance... You do a load of tricks and just have a fantastic time in so doing. There is a skill point attached to that. I feel as though that kind of deserves its own episode just because it's a recurring thing in the game. So that being said, I will meet you back outside at where Sheila's entrance is. Oh dear, I could word that a lot better. See you by Sheila's entrance then, fellas. Ooh, there are some more gems around here that I forgot to get, or that I forgot about, or something of the both. Anyway, here we are. As I pointed out before, there's Sheila's thing. It's open, it's active, because to recap, we've saved her, and we've beaten her level, so we can do this now. Hello again.
Hey, Spyro, there are rhinocs everywhere. Maybe I can find some peace and quiet at the top of the tower.
I remember this being disproportionately difficult, just for half a reason.
Alas, I have lost my love, guarded by evil rhinocs at the top of yonder tower. Can you rescue her for me?
I forget if her name's Polo, somehow I don't think it is. What is Marco Polo? That's another American thing that I'm not a huge fandango of. Because clearly fan is short for fandango. In the same way that hanky panky is short for handkerchief pancreas. We've been over this. Now, these enemies don't appear anywhere else in Sunny Villa, just here. they specialize in shoving you around, and I believe they're not afraid of damaging you in the face. So take care, because you're gonna kind of need to jump up in front of them and... Sheila, there we go. Like, there are some ledges where we need to jump up, and they're gonna be on the ledges, and you might get punched in the face with their spears, so... Just panic, really. Just go crazy, freak out, you're gonna die. We're all gonna die eventually. To exist is to inflict pain upon others. The universe is in a state of constant temporal chaotic flux. Everything is meaningless and life is fleeting. Nihilism, yeah. Now, out of nowhere, my brain said, you know, like, I don't even know what my brain said, but it basically led to me having the mental image of, like, a children's picture book where the protagonist is Susie Spoon, the prettiest nihilist. Europe's Color 8, if you're watching, because I know you have aspirations of being a children's author, well, there you go. Teach kids early about the futility of existence with Susie Spoon. I don't even know why she's a spoon. This enemy is a fuck paste. Because that. If you don't react quickly enough, then you'll get punched in the face with a spear. I feel like there's a bit to the side that I've not explored. If not, I'll just cut back to this ledge. Yeah, for some reason I thought there was an area to the left of where you start that I'd missed, and nope, it just straight up doesn't exist. That was poetic. It rhymed. It's Rome. Because Rome is the past tense of rhyme in the same way that yote is the past tense of yeet. And we're in Rome. It all comes back to sausages. And Susie. Fucking Susie Spoon. I'm not gonna let that go. I'm too tickled by it. I have this nagging feeling that I don't have all the gems here. Obviously, I haven't got all of them yet because I've not been to the farthest reaches of this tower. But, you see there's a gem there that's the bit I was thinking of. How did I not see that? I'm a dumb flub. Not even fluff, not floof, but flub. Luckily, this area is a lot more generous with the fodder than I remember it being, so there is that. If you take damage, you can heal yourself. You know, friends, Romans, countrymen, heal thy burgers. I told, not that story, but I showed that picture in a hat in time, so go and watch my other Let's Play series if you want to understand the full repertoire album portfolio that is Tessellating Hexagons, The Experience, coming to no theatres near you. And when I say theatre, I mean theatre, not cinema. Make the distinction.
What? Marco sent you here? I've got a restraining order against him.
And Rapunzel. Potentially the only female resident of this entire world. We don't entirely know. Just, she's pink, has a name commonly associated with a female character, and I don't know. Clearly, because she's pink and for no other reason, she is a female, and there are no other females here. As I said, clean-shaven lions. Where is the rest of the world? I've lost the world. Like Lost World the game, except no, Sonic Lost World is a bad game. But Lost World in Sonic Adventure is a good game. This is why I remember there being an area to the left of the start, because there is one. It does exist. I can't go much higher than this. Heeble-dee-beeble-dee-bee. The thought occurs that as soon as I get out of this level, they're going to want me to go and fight the boss immediately. No! That can wait till the next episode, but we are done, so I will see you back at the portal anyway. That's for stalking Rapunzel. Well, we have 30 eggs, that doesn't even feel real, and that's not even all of them, because we're missing 5, I think? There are at least 5 that we haven't got yet, and there may be more I'm forgetting about. Anyway, first things first, I'm the realist. We have a friend to greet us.
Let's head on over to the balloon.
Do let's. I wonder how many people have never heard that line because they always do Sunnyvilla first. Yes, once you beat the last of the main levels, whichever character you collect from that world will be waiting for you outside the portal to take you straight to the balloon.
The balloon's all ready, sir. Just jump on.
And so we have access to the next homeworld. Sure. So in the next episode we'll do that, and well, okay, we'll talk to the friends first.
The balloon's all ready, sir. Just jump on.
Wow, I thought maybe you'd say something else, but you didn't.
This balloon will take you to a land closer to the sorceress, Spyro. You can also use it to come back here whenever you want to.
0 out of 10. The game doesn't enforce linear progression.
I guess you just hop in the balloon now. Don't ask me how it works. I just showed up for the punch and cookies.
You're such a Roman something-ocrat, I forget the word. Friend!
Hop in the balloon whenever you want, Spyro.
Okay, we're 4 out of 5 so far. Is Molten Crater Dude going to spoil the name of the next homeworld for us?
This balloon will take you to the great Tiki Lodge in the sky. Just jump on when you're ready.
It's gonna kill me? Okay, in the next episode we will get into the balloon and see where it takes us, but not before we finish some unfinished business in this homeworld. I've been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons, and I'll see you then for that. It's not even a windmill.